Assalamu alaikum and peace be unto you. This is a book reading of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad book, How to Eat to Live, Book 2. The chapters I will read today are chapters 7 and 8, pages 23 through 27. Chapter 7, Abundancy of Life, and Chapter 8, Experience of Venturing from Right Food. From God in Person, Master Prophet Muhammad, by Elijah Muhammad, Messenger of Allah, How to Eat to Live, Book 2. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Chapter 7, Abundancy of Life. There are a lot of readers of this book who have many different thoughts and conceptions of this book. The main root of this book is to stop you from eating 2 or 3 times a day, which will prolong your life. It takes several hours for the proteins and the vitamins in the meal we eat today to be digested and distributed throughout our bodies. Allah, through the mouths of the prophets, prophesied that when He comes, He will give us more life in abundancy of life. The book does not teach you how He will extend our lives, how He will make our lives worth living, and how we will rejoice in our lives. Now, He, Allah, has come, and He is teaching me to teach you how to live. How to live is to go after that which is essential for us to put in our body as foods, which gives life and maintain life in the body. He, Master Prophet Muhammad, to whom praises are due forever, has taught me how to teach you the best way to extend our lives, and that is through the right kind of foods and drinks. This does not mean we have to eat every herb of the earth, every cattle of the earth, every bird that flies, every domestic fowl, or every piece of fruit that a fruit tree or vine is bearing, as some people think like that. Just a simple food will keep you and me living a long time. If that simple food is good and we eat it only once a day, once every 24 hours. Some weak people think that they cannot eat once every 24 hours, but our stomach looks to our brain for guidance and looks to our brain to be the boss of what it should take in. The stomach does not think for itself. The brain thinks for the stomach. Allah has given to us and has taught that way of life that is good for us. We can accept it or we can reject it. There are some people who claim that they like the way, but they will go ahead and eat that which is not good for them to eat. Then they get in trouble and they write me and say that they eat once a day, but they are sick. They cannot take it. But do I not know that they are not eating rightly as I teach them, that God taught me, and that they are not going through 24 hours eating only one meal? Do they not know that I know that they are not carrying out the instructions as they should? If you get sick, go and fast for 3 days. This helps kill the poison in your stomach that came from what you ate. Once every year, we have accumulated enough poison from eating one meal a day to make us sick one day. I say again, our stomach is not the boss. The brain is the boss. Eat one meal a day and eat good food, and do not eat divinely prohibited food. This is the word of Allah and His teachings to prolong our lives. Chapter 8, Experience of Venturing from Right Food. The very words, how to eat to live, is one of the great values and words for us. In these words, we see and we are learning that what we put in us as food, at what time we eat that food, and what type of food we eat is the key to our life and death. We can use these words, how to eat to live, to spell how we destroy our lives. We must look at these words and teachings of how to eat to live in a more serious way. This is why we suffer so much sickness and death. It is because we do not take how to eat to live in a more serious way. There is no common sickness that cannot be healed by proper eating of the right foods. I, myself, know, having experience of both the right kind of foods and the wrong kind of foods. Allah God has taught me, and I tried everything first myself. I am a self-experienced man and an example of what Allah God taught me. I went for years without eating but one meal a day, and years with eating one meal every 3 days. So I know these teachings of Allah God and are true. Here of late, I have suffered many pains from venturing away from eating the way Allah God taught me. It caused me discomfort, pains, and minor sickness. I deliberately did this in some instances so that I will know what happens when you are not following the teachings. So as it is written, in all their afflictions he was afflicted, meaning the messenger of God. Eating the proper food once a day will keep you free of sickness for a long time, probably for years. This I know by self-experience. By eating 2 or 3 meals a day, you are inviting some days of discomfort and illness to yourself. And by eating food that does not belong to the body that it is going into, you are making trouble for the body to digest such foods and drinks. We suffer with many ailments in our bodies due to the fact that we are pouring into it food that should not be put in that body, which is the finest nature-built machinery on earth. And due to the fact that we are not waiting until the strength or power of the poison in the previous meal becomes weak, so that it will be harmless when the strength of a new meal is added. But 24-hour to 48 hours will destroy the poison from the previous meal and make it harmless. Eat when you have exhausted the previous meal. Allah God taught me. Then fill up and go until this is exhausted, and then eat another meal. It is logical. As I keep repeating, we dig our own graves, and I may add here that we bring about our own death with our teeth. Sugar diabetes can be controlled by eating the proper food in such a way that you will never know that you ever had it, and you will never see any signs of it. But you must not continue to pour in the body power and strength of sugar from your meals that adds to the sugar spilling over in your body. Naturally, it is going to reach out for something, or it is going to flood itself after putting too much sugar and starch in the body. But some of us are so built upon eating what we want that we just cannot abstain from eating these starches and sweet foods. These things are nothing but friends to the sugar diabetic condition. Stay away from it and you will live longer. For diabetes is an evil enemy. It is an enemy to both the flesh and the bones of the body. If you will stop eating foods such as sugar and starchy foods, I know you will do better. I have been self-experienced in everything, and I have been a victim of everything that you are a victim of, except cancer. I do not think that I have cancer, but as I mentioned in this book before, the last messenger is not immune to the sickness and complaints of the common people. He is also to suffer, but yet, as the book says, the pleasure of the Lord is with him, and that in his own good time, he will heal all of us. So, this is the way Allah God has taught me, to heal our sickness and prolong our lives with one meal a day. And whenever of those you who work in offices and do light work are able, you can eat one meal every 48 hours, which will give you more days to your life. Do not say, I am already so old that I do not have much longer to live anyway. That is true, but if you want to add a few more days to this already distant age you have, you can add to your life by stopping right now from plunging into the grave, and you could add more days to your life. All praises due to Allah. This concludes the reading of chapters 7 and 8 of How to Eat to Live, Book 2. To order your books by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Most Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, go to store.finalcall.com, and also listen to the Final Call Radio, which has inspirational lectures, teachings, and music of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Thank you for listening and for subscribing. Hit the like button and share. May Allah bless everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you. And until next time, much love, success, and peace.